So what I want to show you most importantly is this guidebook, 1310 study guide. This is really one of the big keys to all the quizzes in the course. So the way to study for our quizzes for each chapter is to do this study guide. And what doing this study guide looks like is going to this particular chapter that you have the quiz on, and then copying these specific learning objectives, paying special attention to these bolded keywords, and then creating your own review that you've actually written out or typed up or whatever, so that you have a document that you can study for the actual test. That's really a big key to this course. So I just wanted to show you all that because it's so important that it bears repeating. So whenever you're in your guidebook, these documents are also found in your guidebook. On page 120 is where one of them is. And I also included in this study guide all of the chapters and some sample exam questions found on page 125. Now, these sample exam questions are not what you use to study for the test. These are what you use after you've created your study guide to study for the test. So don't use these alone. Make sure you create your own study guide first using the learning objectives. And then afterwards, you can use these as kind of like a pre-test before you take the actual quiz. And this is really the way to avoid lots and lots of issues and problems in this course, by just making sure that you complete the study guide in your own words from language from the Pearson textbook, which again is found under modules, and then clicking Launch Rebel for Communication Principles for a Lifetime. That's the actual textbook. And of course, these documents and these pages are also in our Red Shelf guidebook. So the way to get to your actual learning team is to click on this People's tab, or People tab, and you're going to click on Groups, and it'll show you all the people in your group. Or you'll be able to access a way to mail the group members in your team as well, so that you can set up those learning team meetings at your discretion. And those don't have to be at any set time. They're just an accountability group, or a support group probably is a better word, to help you to study, because we study better in teams usually. Social learning has been proven to be very effective. Our cohort-based learning. And by accessing these and emailing them and getting everybody on the same page, you can create a Zoom meeting. And then you and your teammates, when you get with your teammates, you're going to create a consistent once a week meeting time as well. So instead of having class on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, basically you're going to create a Zoom meeting just like the one we're having now, only with your team. The guidebook review is the key to doing well in the quizzes. So be sure you do those. And doing that will also help you when it comes time for our more experiential activities. In this first part where we're covering the principles of communication, verbal communication, awareness, nonverbal communication, adaptation, listening, those first 6 chapters of the textbook, those are going to be, we're going to have a lot more discussions and things like that. When we get into actual presentational speaking, you'll have actual speeches that you're going to be giving by the format in the guidebook with your actual learning teams. And that's the basic structure of the course. Is we're taking the 5 principles, and we're applying in those first 6 chapters, and we're applying them to the different contexts, including small group communication and presentational speaking, which includes informative speaking and, of course, persuasion as well.